Weep Nation, what's going on? Sharc Gaming here, back with another video. And in today's video, I just want to talk about this new 102 or 101 rated Jude Bellingham, right? Let's talk about it really quick. This Bellingham is now for the Real Madrid. It's the Showtime whatever Bellingham. You know what I'm saying? It has like a, well, I'm not really sure if it has a special ability, but I've checked out the stats and I'm here to just give you guys a brief overview if should you guys get this card or not. If you are a fan of whole players that can obviously get through and score goals, this card is definitely 100% for you. If you're concerned about wasting money, you can definitely, without a shadow of a doubt, get this card. I'm not even joking. This card is endgame, this card is amazing, and this card will definitely give you goals. The problem that I have with this card, guess what? I already have a Showtime Jude Bellingham, and yes, I know I could get this one, but my problem is that I already have this one. This is the 97, which goes up to 100, and I think the other one goes up to either 101 or 102. I'm about to check it in PES, Efootball, PES Hub, whatever the case may be. And the problem that I have with it is that this version is actually more of a center mid, and the other one is an attacking mid. This one is a box to box, while the other one is a whole player. But we're gonna get into that like really right now. Let's get into it. Alright, so on the left, you have the new 98 rated attacking midfield card, and on the right you have the card that I have. That's the old 97. Both of them are Showtime card, and if you already have the 97 one, I'm going to give you guys a little tip right now. So you know that the playstyles are different. So you have one that is a whole play and the other one is a box to box. Box to box basically cover every inch of the grass, every inch, every blade of the field. If you guys want an example of what a box to box would be, you could think of Pogba. You know what I'm saying? That's what Pogba likes to do. You can even think of like Chumini, not the anchorman Chumini. I mean, like, you can think of Chumini in a way. Just think of somebody who will transfer attacking or defense into attacking, or even when they're attacking and the opponents are countering, they're gonna get back and they're gonna do their jobs. You know what I'm saying? That's what they do. Whole players are the players that fill the gaps in your attack. So whether if you're attacking on the right, they're on the right. If they're attacking a certain space, just know that they're going through that space. You can always look up, like if you're a midfielder, you're an attacking mid, you're a defensive midfielder, you're a center midfielder, you're a left back, whatever the case may be. You can always see them making runs in behind. They're literally the best to play with them is probably a false line, deep line, for whatever the case may be, so they can make runs in behind. No, we know that the one on the left is definitely for his Real Madrid performance, which is definitely warranted. He's definitely been very Showtime-esque. He's been very clutch recently. He even scored today against I don't remember the club, but you know, he definitely scored today. Rodrigo scored 2 and Vinicius scored 1. Regardless of the fact, you can clearly see by these stats, and the other one is from England, you know, whatever, fine. Regardless of the stats, you can clearly see by these stats that not much has changed. It's just that the one on the right is more for centralized areas, while the one on the left, the one on the right is more for, you can go flank and you can go centralized area, while the one on the left is strictly for the center. So you can play center mid or attacking mid. Probably can even push it to second strike if you want. Wouldn't really recommend that. Just think you should play attacking mid and call it today. But you can look at the stats and realize that his offensive awareness has now moved from 68 to 83. This means that he's going to be making a lot of runs forward, and it makes sense because he's a whole player. So he already has the whole player play style, and he's also going to be making a lot of runs because of the offensive awareness. The higher the offensive awareness, the more runs that they make. So even if you have a Fox in the box card with 98 awareness, offensive awareness, they're going to be making a lot of runs. But if contrast to somebody who have 85 or 90, the person with higher offensive awareness makes more runs. You know what I'm saying? So usually it's the goal poachers that you see with the highest offensive awareness. That's just how it is. But based on this, you can clearly see that his attacking stats have definitely increased, because his finishing on the right is 68, and it is definitely seen from me, even though I've played about 204 matches with him in my account and he only has about 20 something goals. And don't get me wrong, that's still good regardless of the fact, but there have been a lot of instances where he should have scored a lot of goals and he did not, because you know, he just didn't, because, you know, that's just how it is. He just didn't score. You know what I'm saying? And I guess, you know, we get it why he didn't, but, you know, he just didn't score. You know what I'm saying? But this card with 88 finishing should be able to score more goals. And as you guys can see, the place kicking has also improved, and the curl not by much, probably negligible, whatever the case may be. But you can see that the one on the right is more defensive. It's more for playing in a central midfield position. It's more for controlling and intercepting and playing the ball. The next one is just usually there to just score goals. So as I said, if you don't have the one on the right, you can go for the one on the left. But I feel like if you already have the one on the left, if you already have the one on the right, you shouldn't go for the one on the left, because at the end of the day, it's Jude Bellingham, and there's not really much that you can do to change him. I feel like, yes, even though the new one, the finishing is 88, and the whole player playing style is definitely more tempting, I feel like if you already have the one on the right, don't go for it, because really and truly, you know, there's so many versions of Jude Bellingham in the game that you don't really need to even go for anything at all. You know what I'm saying? You don't even have to go for either of these. Obviously, these stats are even good, but I'm pretty sure there's another version of Jude Bellingham there. Oh, and by the way, the one on the left has better, or more, I should say, has more skills. He has the double touch, fighting spirit, first time shot, flip flop, interception, long range, whatever the case may be. You see me? But I'm trying to see what the difference is. I guess the long range shooting is different on the left. The left has long range shooting, but the one on the right does not have long range shooting. I think that is literally the only thing. And probably the fighting spirit. Fighting spirit means that even when your player is tired, they'll still be running out their all, and they'll usually, like, a red player that has fighting spirit is like a yellow player, but a red player without fighting spirit is a red player, and they'll just stop running. So Christie has fighting spirit. Even though his stamina is pretty low, he'll always be running up and down because he's Cristiano Ronaldo. But the reason why I said, because I'm pretty sure, yes, there has been a 2 player of the week, whole player Jude Bellingham's already. So I just want to compare them to see if the stats are that much different. Honestly, if you already have the 96 rated, which probably goes up to 99, if you already has the 96 rated whole player of the week card, you actually don't have to go for this card. Actually, like, I'm looking at it, and for some strange reason, the player of the week card seems to be more balanced and better than this new 99 whatever rated whole player Bellingham. This is crazy. He has the same skills, just a lower rating, but most of these stats are negligible. So why spend so many coins to get him when there's already a player of the week Bellingham that's better? Let me look at this other one. Compare. Yeah, these player of the week Bellingham are actually just as good. Something isn't right here. I'm not gonna lie to you. Konami sounds like they're trying to scam us. I ain't gonna lie to you. There is even the base card. Let me see how far. No, this is not the base card. Oops. I wanted to see if there are any more whole players. There is no more whole player version, but let me see his highest box to box to see if it compares. Alright, so let's max him out. It's not that different. It's actually better in a lot of areas. Even though the finishing is worse, the place kicking is better, the curl is better, the heading is better, the defensive awareness is better, the defensive engagement, the aggression, etc. is better. This card might just be a scam. Like, it looks good on paper and the stats are very amazing. I ain't gonna lie to you. But if you already have these versions, I want to see what base Jude Bellingham compares to this. Compare. Alright. Yeah. Cool. Alright. There's definitely a big step up from base Jude Bellingham. But I mean, I don't know. Let me know if in the comment section if you guys think that this is actually a very, if it's, no, just let me know if you think this is a card that's actually worth it, because I don't think it's worth it. I'm looking at it now in comparison to the, like, alright, if you don't have these cards, fine, get it. But if you already have any of these Jude Bellingham cards, especially the whole player versions, you don't need this card. You don't need him. But most people aren't really that lucky to get the player of the week version, so I can understand how you get him. But as I said, if you already have him, don't get him. Don't get him. Don't get him. Trust me, don't get him. I hope you guys really found this video interesting. It was just like a deep analysis, whatever the case may be. I'm out.